Very scary process. I went through many choices in the car driving to the first session, and then ultimately I said, I'll just do a little twist on the Zohan, and that's about it.
We first started with, we wanted the film to be really expressive, so we first kind of started to look at Adam actually and kind of break him down to the barest essentials, which is kind of like a Muppet, kind of beady eyes and a big mouth. and then started to build on
this is over.
Started to build on that. So there's an essence, I think, of Adam in there, but then it becomes his own character. And we just wanted things to be very cartoony, very caricature, to have its own identity.
I got a script in the mail, and I read it and said I'd love to play Dracula. And Adam said, go to page 56. It's highlighted. I go, okay, no, this guy's cool. And that was just, no, Adam, for me personally, and most of these guys, you can answer, but it just, he called and said there might be a fun thing for you to do in here and try to make it good and give it your normal 80%. I said, of course.
It doesn't even feel like work. It just feels like you're with your friends having fun, and I was just so excited to be a part of it and to be asked to do the movie.
You were fantastic, Molly.
I didn't want to do it, but Adam, I didn't. Adam's got some pictures of me naked outside of McDonald's, and he's going to show my wife, so I had to. No, but we have a blast every time we work together. It's the greatest.
We got kids. We want to make a movie that the kids can see and have a good time.
Yeah. We want to make good, fun movies, and it was great to work with all these people. It was a lot of fun.
Andy, you want to talk a bit about Jonathan and where you reach into your suitcase of voices
Jonathan's
when you came up
with
Yeah, Johnny Stein. Well, I mean, I was actually lucky enough to do some of my stuff with Sandler. Like,
oh yeah, we had a good time.
A lot of our scenes were together, so we got to play off each other. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say I like doing voiceover because it's probably the only time in my entire life that people tell me to do things like more over the top. Yeah. They're like, what? Do it even crazier than that. I'm like, I don't think that's allowed.
You were fantastic.
But then you just scream your lines, and they're like, good.
I think for television versus theatrical, I think it's the pressures are so much different. Where in TV you have an episode every week, and so if you kind of mess one up, usually the people forgive you, and then you have another one next week. Hopefully it's better. With theatrical, you kind of have one weekend, and you better get it right, otherwise it's dead. And so it's thinking of it like everything has to mean something, and everything's important. And you have that one weekend for the pressure. It's a whole different mindset.
We so many of us started at Saturday Night Live, and you're kind of writing for that assignment, and so you're going to go in certain directions at times. But I've always loved cartoons since I was a kid. I used to draw. I wanted to be Charles Schultz. Aww. He was my idol. It is sad that I didn't turn out that way, but so and Bugs Bunny cartoons are still probably my favorite art form completely, and so it's really it wasn't. I was excited to write something that had a limitation.
I felt it was great. It was fun to be her dad and to love her and it was just amazingly exciting to be in the car with my kids and say Selena's playing Mavis in the movie, and my kids are like, no way, do we get to meet her? And they didn't meet Selena yet. They will if actually there's not going to be a big premiere in LA, right? But we'll just go to Selena's house or something.
Fran, you've perfected one of the most distinctive voices on screen.
Well, who could make this up? I really didn't perfect it. I was born with it and figured out how to monetize it.